talking about the super new moon that we have in Libra today and some of the transits and overall energies coming up and sort of what you can expect coming forward in this next lunar cycle. So just starting off, we have about 6 planets retrograding this month. You may have already heard. So just be aware of some aspects of the self that may be reflected in that. And we have a lot of transits going on as well. We have the Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Mars all in Libra at the start of the month. So that Libra energy is really going to be amplified, in my opinion. If you missed the sunrise this morning, which is when Eastern Standard Time that is, which is when the new moon was at its peak, that is perfectly fine. You can do a new moon ritual during the day, even over the next couple of days. It doesn't necessarily have to be at a specific time or day. You can still utilize those energies throughout the week or the next few days. So don't let that discourage you if you weren't able to get up at 5 a.m. this morning. So yeah. Now, honestly, with the collaboration of all of these energies right now that are transiting and that are going retrograde, it can translate to a little bit of chaos in the energy and the physical realm. So even more chaos than we're already experiencing, right? However, with that said, you know, I do think that the retrogrades do definitely get a bad rap. Keep in mind, you know, retrogrades are here for us to learn. They reflect back the aspects of which we need to work on. So if you do notice certain transits or retrogrades happening, just pay extra attention to those planets' aspects, and you know, when they are in retrograde, you know, how that correlates. So anyways, I believe that all of these planets are going to offer us a fresh perspective, but most importantly, a fresh perspective on our relationships, not only with friends and family, but really most importantly, our relationship with ourself and with God, spirit, whatever you like to call it, the universe. So that being the number one relationship with ourselves and with spirit, I believe that that is really going to be highlighted in this time as we take a moment to reflect on that and kind of ask ourselves how we can honor the relationship that we have with ourselves, with our family, friends, loved ones, and how we can honor our relationship with God or spirit. So really, as everybody probably knows, Libra energy is all about balance, harmony, but you know, there can be negative aspects to that Libra energy, sort of like that people pleasing or putting people's needs ahead of your own, can kind of be those negative aspects to that. So just be aware that, you know, like they say on the airplanes, you have to put your own oxygen mask on first before you can help anyone else. So make sure that your cup is full and overflowing before you try to pour out into anyone else's cup, because nobody is going to benefit from you being drained and tired. So definitely, I would say number one, reflect on the relationship that you have with yourself and with God again, and maybe go through a few journal prompts as to how you can really honor and respect that relationship that you have with yourself. What are some things that you can do to start building more trust with yourself? One of the exercises that I highly recommend would be, you know, to make a promise with yourself. And I recommend starting off with something small and kind of building your way up. Don't make a promise to yourself that you're gonna run like 10 miles a day if you're not a runner. Like, that's not gonna work. The goal is to make small promises to build more trust with yourself. So make a promise to yourself that you are going to drink water as soon as you wake up in the morning, or something small that you can really hold yourself accountable to is a great practice to do. So just gazing at my notes here, so I really do believe that with all of these transits going on, if you haven't already experienced this already, I know I have been, but I think that the intensity and the vividness of one's dreams will definitely be amplified in this time. So if you're someone like me who already has pretty vivid, intense, lucid dreams, then you can definitely expect that to be amplified in this time. With that being said, definitely take notes of what is coming up in your dream state. So whatever might stick out to you, whether that be an animal, person, place, colors, anything like that that you can remember, definitely a good practice to start getting in the habit of writing these things down and really analyzing them for any deeper meanings or clues for your reality. So like I mentioned, there's about 6 planets going retrograde this month, so definitely a little bit of uneasy energy. However, I myself find that, whenever you are just in the flow of, doing your day-to-day tasks and, really in that flow state, that is when, these sort of things like retrogrades and whatnot won't really affect you if you are able to maintain that. However, that's not necessarily realistic all of the time. So I definitely recommend, just slowing down overall when you are going through your tasks again. And there's just some things that you can be aware of again when it comes to the retrogrades. There could really be potential for any unresolved issues or problems with family, friends, or loved ones that you guys may have pushed under the rug to be surfacing at this time. So just be aware of that and maybe have a little bit more patience with friends and family than you normally would. Especially in the area of communication, be sure to communicate clearly and effectively what your needs and wants are, and be sure to set clear boundaries with whomever you are interacting with on an intimate level. So other than that, just keeping that in mind will really help you navigate your way through any issues that might pop up. Again, the retrogrades are really here just to teach us lessons and bring up any issues or areas that we may need to work on. So again, with Mercury retrograding, communication, travel, technology, contracts, all of these sort of things can start to, have issues during these times again. So really just slow down, communicate effectively and clearly, cultivate more patience in your life, and take a break from social media if you need to. If you feel that your devices aren't cooperating and you can take a break from it, definitely do that to recalibrate yourself. I know when my devices start to act up and I have to do work or whatever on the computer, I start to get very annoyed. So just take a break from that, maybe do a little meditation just to clear and relax, and then go back to your work. And oftentimes, more than not, when we do that, when we stop to take that time, whenever we do go back, our technology magically is working again. So just be mindful of that. And if you are signing anything, definitely read the fine print. And it's always good to double and triple check, or even have another person's eyes look over things if you are in school, or if you are, again, signing any contracts or anything like that. It's never a bad idea to have someone proofread or just read it over for you. Now, this is where the video is going to end. For everyone in Tribe of Lioness, I'm gonna go through some things that you can do for this new moon. And to anyone else watching this, thank you so much. If you are interested in joining Tribe of Lioness, definitely message me. I would love to work with you, and have a magical new moon.